Hi everyone, welcome to the weekly reading. This is for June 19th through the 25th. So just before I talk about the astrology for this week, I just want to touch on the astrology that we've just had on the weekend, because we've kind of had a bit of an intense energy there with over Sunday, and Monday morning if you're in Australia, with the moon in Aries conjunct Uranus. So I just want to mention that because there may have been something for some people, especially if you have a cardinal placement in your chart, so Aries, Capricorn, Libra placements. Mental blank. What's the other cardinal sign? Cancer, of course. Oh, how can I forget Cancers? We're almost in Cancer season. But anyway, so the weekend there was some intense, shocking, kind of unexpected energy for those signs more so. Could have been some kind of backlash of energy or some kind of strong disruptive force that came through. So, we come into the week with the energy a little bit softer, with the moon in Taurus now. So that's a lot calmer than the Aries moon conjunct Uranus. Also, big news this week is, as I mentioned just briefly then, the sun moves out of Gemini and into the sign of Cancer. So happy birthday to all the Cancer sun people out there. That happens on Friday this week. We go into Cancer season. Also, we have this week Mercury moving into the sign of Cancer. So Sun and Mercury in Cancer. Now, that actually happens earlier in the week. Mercury going into Cancer, that happens on Tuesday. So from Tuesday, there can be feelings of thoughts to do with family. Mercury is about thinking, communication, and the sign of Cancer is to do with family. So our thoughts very much can be with family, or we can have worries to do with family because, Cancer is often a sign associated with worrying thoughts, preoccupation, and thinking of the past, and issues to do with family and security and home as well. So anything around those themes can be very strongly on the mind on Tuesday. There can also be a feeling of wanting to sort of bunker down and be at home more. Mercury is also the sign of short distance travel, so there can be, for some people, short trips to do with connecting with family members, so catching up with family members for some people as well. And, then on the weekend we have Saturday and Sunday, the moon actually goes into Cancer. So there's a very Cancerian influence coming in this week. So, for a lot of people, you may feel more sensitive this week. You may feel more like spending time at home rather than going out, or connecting with family members, or thinking about family and family issues this week in some way. If it's not to do with family, it would be to do with your own sense of security, your own home, and thinking about things related to home. So you might be redecorating, or thinking about family matters and home matters and general, things to do with those areas of life. And so this week, not only is the Sun, Mercury, and Mars in Cancer, but then, as I said, the moon goes in Cancer on the weekend, so that's a lot of energy in Cancer. Now, on Sunday, I noticed something interesting, that, the moon's going to be in Cancer, as I said, on the weekend, but then on Sunday, Mars will trine with Neptune Mars in Cancer will trine with Neptune in Pisces. So what to expect with that is a very sort of dreamy kind of spiritual energy, a very soft energy, a very compassionate energy. So if there was a struggle earlier on in the week, or even from last week carrying over a little bit, and some mental stress and worry, I think by the weekend there's a feeling of being a bit more compassionate towards yourself and other people. So I'll just make sure these are the right way up, because those that watch me know that I don't do reversals. I have some upside down there. So these are the tarot cards for this week, and if you would like a personal reading with me, follow the link below to my online store. Turnaround time at the moment is 7 to 12 business days, because I'm actually pretty busy with readings at the moment, so it's a little bit longer than usual. Let's see what is coming up for this week. Also mentioned Venus will sextile Neptune this week, so that's actually a very nice energy, and a very intuitive energy, a very creative energy, a very feminine sort of energy. So it's a very, very strong feelings this week with all the Cancerian energy and the Venus sextile Neptune, the Mars trine Neptune at the end of the week. So, you can expect to be very much in touch with your intuition this week and listen to your gut feelings, because they'll be quite strong. So I'm going to pull some cards for this week. Oops, and see what we have. This deck is the oh gosh, I forgot the name of it. It's, if anyone knows it, post it below. I think it's the Witchcraft Tarot, something, Silver Witchcraft Tarot, I think that's it. If I'm wrong, mention it below. Oh, the Five of Wands, interesting, and the Fool. Whew. And the Ten of Swords. Ooh, okay, I just need a minute to, oops, center that and tune into what's going on here for this week. You know, with the Five of Wands and then the Ten of Swords there, it's kind of a bit of a harsh energy in some way. The Fool, interestingly, it's in the center, and last week we had the New Beginnings card in the center again, so it's an echo of that. It's kind of mirroring some kind of new start for a lot of people. So this energy is very strong about a new start of some kind. For some people, I feel like you're really thinking about making a new start. I feel like it's a very mental energy here, and there's a figure way in the background. I don't know if you can see it. I'll just try and get closer there. See that figure under the tree, way in the background, and it's almost like I'm getting the impression of being called by your guides to a destination, or if it's not a destination as such, it's a way of living that is different to where you're at now. So I just wanted to really focus on that. I feel like the middle card is a very positive card, but let's go with the first card. So the Five of Wands, you know, it's a card about priorities clashing, you know, the way you live your life clashing with other people around you, maybe missed opportunities to get together with other people because of clashing priorities and work schedules, and just people not being able to come together effectively and agree on something. So this can also be, sometimes I mention, you know, I get a global sort of feeling, like to do with what's going on in the world, and I do feel that this is also, there's a global theme going on with this reading this week. So obviously there's a lot of clashing going on in the world, but there's some kind of new start to do with political things possibly, or to do with something significant globally, some kind of breakthrough, because it's a Uranus card. So that is an interesting aspect to what I'm getting here. Now, with that said, the Ten of Swords is about an ending. So very interesting, because we have like a new start and then an ending. So I feel like some people really want to make a change in their life, and it's very strong. It's a very strong calling, a very strong pull. And the Ten of Swords and the Fool together, there's either something that starts and an ending of something else for you this week. So a new beginning and also an ending of something. And for the ending, it feels like, even though it might be painful, look at all these butterflies rising up out of the field where all the swords are. You know, the swords represent the mental sphere and the pain of an ending, but it's also a new beginning. The butterflies representing transformation and change. So if there has been something around you of some kind of change that's been unsettling in the last, you know, over the weekend maybe, and coming into this week, it's actually positive in some way. So there may be hidden as to how it's positive for you. But you may have had a new start anyway last week, because we had the new beginning card last week, and also for some people it's this week, or both. And there's also some kind of difficulty here, and it could be for some people work situations, very practical because it's the wands. So any kind of practical situation, there could be a need to work together with others, but also some kind of stress in having to come together with others, or get together with others, or communicate effectively with others, and in a practical sense as well. Very sort of dynamic cards this week, and new beginnings and endings as well. Alright, so that was the reading for this week, and if you would like a personal reading, follow the links below. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye for now.